Hi friends, welcome to Commerce Bytes. We are here with the next set of questions from the previous year question paper. So let's move to the questions. Question number 1. Statistical inference is. Options are option A, inductive inference, option B, deductive inference, option C, objective inferences, option D, subjective inferences. The answer is option A, that is inductive inferences. Let's move to the explanation. So, statistical inferences is a branch of statistics which is concerned with using a probability concept to deal with uncertainty in the decision making. It also refers to the process of selecting and using a sample to draw inferences about the population from which sample is drawn. Hence, we can say that it is an inductive inferences. Moving to next question. Which of the following statements are true? Statement 1. Financial statements are only interim reports. Statement 2. Financial statements are also known as annual records. Options are statement 1 and 2 are true, statement 1 is true and statement 2 is false, statement 1 is false and statement 2 is true. Option D, both are false. Here the answer is option C, that is statement 1 is false and 2 is true. It is clearly depicted in this question that financial statements are only interim reports. It does not mean the sentence of financial statements. We the commerce students know what is financial statements and for what purpose we are preparing this financial statement. We are taking these financial statement as an annual record and not interim reports. Hope you people understand this topic. Moving to next question. Type 1 error is the probability of. Options are accepting a true null hypothesis, rejecting a true null hypothesis, rejecting a false null hypothesis, and option D, accepting a false null hypothesis. Type 1 error is having one and only definition, that is rejecting a true null hypothesis. That is, here the answer is option B. Next question. Any numerical value is calculated from the sample is called as. Options are error, parameter, coefficient and statistic. The answer here is statistic. Let's have a discussion on this topic. Statistic is any quantity computed from the values in a sample, often the mean. A statistic can be calculated by applying any mathematical function to the values found in the sample of a data. In statistic, there is important distinction between statistic and parameter. So, here the statistic is the numerical value calculated from the sample. Moving to the next question. The sampling technique under which the researcher asks the research participant to suggest another potential research participant is. Options are cluster sampling, snowball sampling, quarter sampling and judgment sampling. Here we are having 4 sampling and the answer is snowball sampling, that is option B. Let's have the discussion of these 4 sampling. Cluster sampling refers to a type of sampling method. With cluster sampling, the researcher divides the population into separate groups called cluster. Then a simple random sample of cluster is selected from the population. The researcher conducts his analysis on data from the sampled clusters. Snowball sampling is where research participants recruit other participants for the study. It is used where potential participants are hard to find. It's called snowball sampling because once you have the ball rolling, it picks up more snow along the way and become larger and larger. Quarter sampling, on the other hand, it is a non-probability sampling method in which the researcher can form a sample involving individuals that represents a population and are chosen according to the qualities. It is very similar to stratified random sampling, which is a probability random sample. Judgment sampling is also a non-probability sampling technique where the researchers select the units to be sampled based on their knowledge and professional judgment. Here we have discussed the topic snowball sampling because here this is the sampling technique under which the researcher asks the research participant to suggest another potential research participant. Moving to the next question. In transportation problem, optimum solution can be verified by using. Options are least cost method, northwest corner rule, VAM, then Modi method. Here the answer is Modi method is the answer of this particular question. Let's have the discussion of these four methods. First one, least cost method. It is used to obtain the initial feasible solution for a transportation problem. Here the allocation begins with the cell which has the minimum cost. The lower cost cell are chosen over the higher cost cell with the objective to have the least cost of transportation. Next one is northwest corner rule. This is a method adopted to compute the initial feasible solution of a transportation problem. The name northwest corner is given to this method because the basic variable are selected from the extreme left corner. Next one is VAM. The full form of this method is Vogel's approximation method. This method is preferred over northwest corner method because the initial basic feasible solution obtained by this method is either optimal solution or very near to optimal solution. Modi method means modified distribution method is an effective method of checking the optimality of the initial feasible solution. That's why Modi method is called as optimal solution that can be verified. Understood? Moving to next question. The likelihood of two events happening together is called. Options are conditional probability, option B marginal probability, option C joint probability, and option D prior probability. The answer is joint probability. Moving to the explanation. Joint probability is a measure of two events happening at the same time and can be only applied to the situation where two or more observation can be occur at the same time. That's why this method is called joint probability. Let's discuss the balance conditional probability. Conditional probability is the probability of one event occurring with some relationship to more than one or more than other events. Marginal probability is a probability of one event in presence of all outcomes of the other random variable is called marginal probability. Prior probability of an event is the probability of an event computed before the collection of the new data. With this note, we are concluding. Till my next video, keep on preparing for your exam. If you like this video, please click on the like button and also please subscribe for more videos. Thank you.